Hello, my name is Siddharth Varde and this is Unity Advanced Mat2 Answer4. So the first question is, what are draw calls and batching, right? So I also explained this in last video, but I'll explain it again. So to draw an object, CPU first needs to read the details from the hard drive, that which mesh, yes, which mesh it is supposed to draw, then what texture it is using, what material it is using, then what shader it is using. CPU will collect all this detail from the hard drive, and that is this is called as a render state, right? Then it sends this render state as a draw call to the GPU, and then the GPU will draw. That's why it is called as draw call. So draw call is nothing but a process of the details that GPU needs to draw a particular object on the scene, right? So the object will be drawn by the GPU on the screen, but it is the details of that object are calculated by the CPU, each and every polygon, right? So that is called a draw call. So CPU will send all the details to the GPU, that this object uses this texture, this material, this mesh, and this polygon is at this place, or blah blah blah. Okay, there are a lot of details, and I am not even aware of all of those, but those details to draw a particular object, those details are called as a draw call, right? The CPU will send all those details to the GPU, and then GPU will draw, and that is this is called as an draw call. Then let's say there are like 10 similar objects in our game, and all of them are since they are similar and they are the same object, so we can use batching. So what is batching? So in usually what we do is we need 10 different draw calls for each and every object to draw in each and every object, but since they are the same object using same material, same texture, we can group those draw calls and send them to the GPU at once, and this is called as batching, right? So there are two types of batching: static batching and dynamic batching. So in static batching, we mark this object as static objects, and we while creating the game, we say, okay, these objects are static objects and this will never move in my scene. So what CPU can do is create an mesh combined with all of these objects and send it to the GPU. Then Unity will set it apart, it will create 10 different meshes out of that single mesh also. But in the while batching, they will all be drawn together as a single mesh. So that's a static batching. And in dynamic batching, what happens is, let's say that there are very small objects in our scene, and they are the same in size, same in scale, and they are using the same material and same textures. So at that point, CPU will say, okay, I can draw this textures, I can draw this meshes all together, but that is calculated on runtime, not on compile time, right? So that is a static draw batching, dynamic batching. My mistake. Second question is, what are sprite atlas, right? So sprite atlas are also called as a texture atlas. What we do at this in this that instead of creating 10 different textures, what we do is we create 10 one texture of a 10, let's say instead of 10, let's say 9. So we create one texture and we slice it by 9, and each part will represent a single sprite texture or sprite, right? So this is also called as as I said, sprite atlas or texture atlas. It helps us in reducing the draw calls and reducing the render state changes for the CPU, and that is a very good performance boost. Thank you.